Hey Nick, my computer is not working. I don't know what happened. What do you mean if I have tried turning it off and on again? Have you tried turning it off and on again? You know this meme, right? This is a #1 meme for the IT department. And this is a #1 sentence for us to talk about English grammar. Let's take a look at what English grammar you have to be aware of in this sentence. Have you tried turning it off and on again? #1, what is the grammar tense that we use in this sentence? Have you tried? Present perfect. Why do we use present perfect? #1, there is no reference to the time when the action was done. That is why not use present perfect? You probably know, well, guess what? You don't know if this is the first time you're watching this video because my students already know the difference, the primary difference between present perfect and past simple. So if this is the first time watching this video, make sure you follow me on Instagram and make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can learn secret tips on how to improve your English. All right, so what is the difference between present perfect and past simple? We use present perfect when we don't specify when the action was done in the past. But if we say when I did something or somebody did something, then we use past simple. For example, did you try this yesterday? Yeah, past simple. Have you tried this? When? Doesn't matter. Just generally in your life. Have you tried this? Yes. So have you tried present perfect because we don't say when. We just say, we're just curious to know, like, in your life. The second thing is the verb try. What is used after the verb try in this sentence? Have you tried turning it off? Turning. What is turning? Turn is a verb, in this case is with ing ending. In English grammar, it's called a gerund. And the verb try is a very tricky verb because the verb try can be followed both by a verb in the gerund form, in the ing form, and by the infinitive form of the verb. So you can say try to turn off, try turning off. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that the verb try has two meanings. Try, in our case, means do something as an experiment. Yeah, try it, whether it's gonna work or not, it doesn't matter. Let's try it as an experiment. For example, have you tried turning it on, off and on? It's like, have you tried doing it? We don't know if it's gonna work or not, but let's try it as an experiment. But if I say I have tried to do something, it means that I made an effort, but like it was a difficult task and I had to make an effort. For example, I tried to fix the computer, but it didn't work, so I had to go to a computer repair store or something like that, right? So try is tricky, but in our case, when we're talking about problems, and this is exactly why I wanted to analyze this sentence, because this sentence can be and is used, this construction is used when you talk about troubleshooting, right? So if there is a trouble, you can suggest a solution by saying, have you tried doing this, for example? Have you tried turning it off and on again? This is what our IT department keeps telling us, and we keep forgetting this. Yeah, so like before going to an IT department, a specialist, try turning it off and on again. Just one sentence, but you're about to have 3 grammar lessons. Present perfect, now gerund and infinitive. By the way, speaking of gerund and infinitive, let me finish. There are a few verbs in English, just like try, that can be followed by both a gerund form and an infinitive form. Try, remember, regret. Let me know if you know any verbs that can be followed by both gerund and infinitive. Let me know in the comments. And the verbs that change their meanings depending on whether they are followed by an infinitive form or a gerund form. Finally, grammar lesson #3 based on the sentence, have you tried turning it off and on again? Phrasal verbs. Turn off, turn on. They are phrasal verbs and they're easy to guess, right? I mean, it's easy to guess their meaning. Turn something on, it's like to switch something on, right? For example, turn on the lights, it's like the lights go on. Turn off the lights, like, no lights anymore. When talking about phrasal verbs, I wanted to share with you how I personally learn phrasal verbs. For example, you have the verb turn, and you see that by adding prepositions to this verb, you will have a new phrase. For example, turn on, turn off. Let's do the practice now together. I want you to pause this video, and in the comments, I want you to write down other expressions with turn and other prepositions. For example, I'll go first, and then you can pause. Turn up. Let's say my music is very the volume is very, very low. I need to turn it up to hear the song, the music better. So it's turn up. What are your examples? Thank you for sharing your examples in the comments. So this is what you can do. Pick a verb, add prepositions to this verb, and check the meaning of the new phrase. Sometimes you can even guess the meaning of this new created phrase. Sometimes you have to check it in a dictionary. This is what I did when I learned English at school, and I would love this activity because by doing this activity, first of all, it wasn't boring. It wasn't like your teacher told you to do this or it was in a textbook. It was something that I was doing myself. I would just take a piece of paper, write down the verb, for example, turn, and I would just add prepositions and check the meaning of the newly created phrases. And also it was easy for me to learn to memorize phrasal verbs better because I was doing my own research, and I would also come up with associations or examples where I would use these new expressions, new phrasal verbs. You can do the same thing, and you can do this with turn. Share with me your findings in the comments. You can also do this activity with other popular verbs that form phrasal verbs. I will give you the list of the verbs that you can do this exercise with. Look, get, give. 3 verbs, very popular to make phrasal verbs. So do this activity with these verbs. Believe it or not, but by doing this activity, you will remember, you will memorize more phrasal verbs than you did during that course you took. Yeah, during the course that you took with a different teacher. Wow, it feels like a solid grammar lesson. If you like this lesson and if you want more lessons from me for free, make sure you join my free IT English Challenge, a 3-day course that will help you improve your grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and soft skills. I am dropping the link to join the challenge for free in the description. I'll see you soon.